Last period we have already studied that there are two types of pollination, self-pollination and cross-pollination. Cross-pollination require pollinating agent, and such a pollinating agents are divided into two types, abiotic pollinating agent and biotic pollinating agent. Abiotic pollinating agent all are non-living and biotic pollinating agents all are living in nature. Let's study today lecture abiotic pollinating agents. Abiotic pollinating agent means they are non-living agents. It includes wind and water. That is, pollination takes place with the help of wind is called as a anemophily, and anemophily is a Greek word. Anemo means wind, therefore such a type of pollination is called as a wind pollination. Wind pollination occurs in a specific plant. Such a plant is called as a anemophilous plants. The example of anemophilous plants are wheat, rice, maize, corn, barley, oat and also palm. Such all plants or their flowers which show wind pollination, that is called as a anemophily. Which are the adaptation ज्याला आपण अनुकूलता म्हणतो present in such a plant or flower, that is called as a adaptation in anemophilous flower. The special adaptation of anemophilous flower is all the flower in anemophilous plant or anemophilous flower is a unisexual in nature, that is only one sex organ present in the flower in most of the cases. Flowers are small, inconspicuous. They do not secrete nectar and not emit fragrance. या फुलांना कुठलाही सुगंध किंवा सुवास नसतो, नेक्टर याच्यामध्ये नसतात, त्यामुळे इन्सेक्ट अट्रॅक्शनची गरज नाही, म्हणून हे विंडसाठी महत्त्वाचं आहे. Second one is called as a pollen grains are many and numerous. Why pollen grains are many and numerous? Because due to wind pollination there is a chances of wastage of pollen grain. तर wastage pollen grain होण्याचे चान्स खूप जास्त आहेत, म्हणून pollen grains are produced in numerous amount or many in number. Exile is smooth. When exile is smooth, it is easily carried out with the help of wind, and they are light in weight. Therefore, they are also helpful for easily pass from one place to another place with the help of wind due to light weight. Stamen is with long filament, and special type of anther is called as a versatile anther. What is versatile anther? Versatile anther means filament is very long. They are blunt and two anther lobes is loosely attached on the filament in its dorsal side, and such all filaments are merged out of the flower. Why? Because due to heavy wind current, such a pollen grains are transferred from one place to another place with the help of wind. Stigma is also feathery, therefore stigma is feathery. They can easily capture the pollen grain from the wind. Second type of abiotic pollinating agent is called as a hydrophily. What is hydrophily? Water pollination is called as a hydrophily. Hydro means water. Water pollinated plants is called as a hydrophilous plant, or flower is called as a hydrophilous flower. They include 30 genera of only aquatic monocots. All aquatic plants are not included in the hydrophily, because in case of hydrophytic plant or aquatic plant, that is all plants are not show the hydrophily, that is water pollination, because some aquatic plants show anemophily, that is wind pollination. Which are these plants? These are called as a Potamogeton and Halogaris. These two plants are aquatic plants, but they do not carry out the wind pollination. They carry out the wind pollination but do not carry out the water pollination. They are exceptional cases. Another exceptional cases are another aquatic plant which carry out entomophilous pollination. What is entomophilous pollination? Entomophilous pollination means insect pollination, that is called as a entomophilous pollination. Some aquatic plants show entomophilous pollination. Example is lotus, जिला आपण कमळ म्हणतो, water lily and water hyacinth. All such a plant, that is Potamogeton, Halogaris, water lily, lotus and water hyacinth, they do not show hydrophily. Therefore, all aquatic plants are not hydrophilous plant. Therefore, only 30 genera of aquatic monocot plant they show hydrophilous in nature. What are the adaptation in hydrophilous flower? First one is all flowers are unisexual flower. Their nectar and fragrance lack. They are not required. They are not brightly colored. Then pollen grains and floral parts are unwettable due to coating of mucilage. त्यावर mucilage coating आहे, त्यामुळे floral parts त्याची किंवा pollen grain हे unwettable आहे. In case of also anemophilous plant, bright colored flower is not essential. Therefore, common characteristics of anemophilous plants and aquatic plants are, common characteristics common adaptation सुद्धा बघणार आहे. Flowers are small, inconspicuous. बघा मी परत एकदा एनिमोफिलस मध्ये आणि हायड्रोफिलस फ्लावर मध्ये काही कॉमन ॲडॅप्टेशन असते आपण बघूया. इन केस ऑफ एनिमोफिलस प्लांट्स अँड हायड्रोफिलस प्लांट कॉमन ॲडॅप्टेशन्स आर ऑल द बोथ टाइप ऑफ पॉलिनेशन. फ्लावर्स आर स्मॉल, इनकॉन्स्पिक्युअस, not secrete nectar, not emit fragrance, and also flowers are not brightly colored. Then flowers are unisexual. These are the common adaptations of anemophilous plants and hydrophilous plants. The most of the important characteristics or adaptation of hydrophily is pollen grains are and floral parts are unavailable to coverage of mucilage, and the special adaptation of anemophilous plants are their pollen grains are smooth walled, light in weight, and stamens are versatile, anthers are present, and stigma is feathery. In case of hydrophilous plant, stigma is very sticky, but in case of anemophilous plant, stigma is feathery. These are the both common adaptation as well as difference between the anemophilous flower and hydrophilous flower. Such a hydrophily is divided into two types. First one is called as a hypohydrophily and second one is called as a epihydrophily. Hypo means below, that is pollination with the help of water takes place, that is pollination with the help of water takes place below the water surface. That is called as a hydrophilous flower or hydrophilous plant. The most important adaptation present in the hypohydrophilous flower are, तेही आपल्याला बघायचे आहेत, such a pollen grains are heavier than water. In case of hypohydrophily, why they are below the water, why pollination takes place below the surface of water? Because pollen grains are heavier than water, therefore they are easily sink down inside the water, and female flowers capture such a pollen grains and leads to carry out pollination. Such a type of pollination is called as a hypohydrophily. Such a type of pollination occur in the plant that is called as a Zoostera. Second one is called as a Ceratophyllum. These are the most important floral adaptation present in the hypohydrophilous plant. Second type of hydrophily is epihydrophily. What is epi? Epi means above. That is pollination takes place on the surface of water, which is called as a epihydrophily. One of the specific example of epihydrophily is Vallisneria. This is a specific plant. Vallisneria is a dioecious plant. Why it is called as a dioecious plant? Because male plant and female plant is separate. Female plant bears female flower and male plants bear male flower, so it is called as a dioecious plant. In case of hypohydrophily, female flowers are submerged inside the water, but in case of epihydrophily, both female flower as well as male flower both are submerged inside the water. These are the difference between hypohydrophily and epihydrophily. Another difference between the hypohydrophily and epihydrophily is, in case of hypohydrophily, the pollen grains are needle-like and they are lack the exine. These are specific characteristics of hypohydrophily. Pollen grains are needle-like and lack the exine. This is a specific adaptations of hypohydrophily. But in case of epihydrophily, there are dioecious plant. Both the plants are submerged inside the water. Therefore, male inflorescence bears the male flower which contain the pollen grains, and female plant bears the female flower. The specific characteristics of Vallisneria is the female flower bears a coiled stalk of female flower. That is called as a pedicel of flower is coiled, and male plant bears male inflorescence. What is male inflorescence? Means cluster of flower. That is many cluster of male flower present in the cluster. That is called as a male inflorescence. At the time of maturity, female flower open their coiled stalk. Let's see the diagram. At the maturity, female flower open their coil. That is, female flower is uncoiled and they push on the surface of water. Therefore, female flower come on the surface of water. At the same time, male inflorescence also mature and it release the male flower. Therefore, male flower again present on the surface of water. Therefore, after the maturity, both male flower and female flower present on the surface of water, and male flower surround the female flower and it leads to pollination. This is a specific type of cross pollination that is called as a epihydrophily. This is an important adaptation present in the Vallisneria. We can study the abiotic pollinating agent. In next step, we can study the biotic pollinating agents. That is called as a biotic pollinating agent. Which are the biotic pollinating agents? Biotic pollinating agents are, they are living, include the insect, That is second one is called as a bird. मग आपण काय काढतोय फक्त अ शब्द काढणार आहे. Then second one is called as a biotic pollinating agents असं त्याला म्हटलं जातं. It is called as a biotic. Why it is called as a biotic pollinating agent? Because they all are living and divided into, they all are living and they specially divided into living organisms. That is biotic pollinating agent. Second type of pollinating agent is biotic pollinating agent. They are living agent including insects. Second one is called as a birds and third one is called as a bat. ज्याला आपण वटवाघूळ म्हणतो. Okay. Why it is called as a biotic pollinating agent? Because all biotic pollinating agents are living agents which include insect, bird and bats. The insect pollinated flower or plant or special type of pollinating types. मी मागे एकदा ॲक्च्युअली सांगितले की या पॉलिनेटिंग एजंटवरनंच आपण पॉलिनेशनचे काही टाईप बघणार आहे. डिपेंडिंग अपॉन बायोटिक पॉलिनेटिंग एजंट द टाइप ऑफ pollination is divided into three types. First one is called the insect pollination. Second one is called as a bird pollination and third one is called as a bat pollination. The insect pollination use specific term that is called as a entomophily. Entomophily means insect pollination. Entomophily means insect pollination. Entomon means insect. Which type of plant is pollinated with the help of insect? These are rose, jasmine, sistrum, salvia and bougainvillea. These are the common plants which are pollinated by insect and such insect pollination is called as a entomophily. Which are the floral adaptation or adaptation which are present in the entomophilous flower? That is, let's study about the adaptations in entomophilous flower. Adaptation is entomophilous flower. These adaptations are most important. Why? Because insect attracts toward the flower. They show specific adaptation or specific characteristics. First one is the flower is large. फुलं मोठी हवीत insect बसण्यासाठी. Therefore, flower is large. Flowers are large. They are conspicuous. Flowers is large, conspicuous. They are brightly colored. They secrete nectar. They secrete nectar and emit fragrance. They secrete nectar and emit fragrance. Second one is pollen grains are. Pollen grains, these are spiny. Why pollen grains are spiny? Because due to spiny enzyme, such a pollen grains are easily stick on the insect body. Therefore, pollen grains are spiny. Third one is most important characteristics आपण बघतोय. Flowers are brightly colored. Therefore, they can easily attract towards the flower. That is, pollination occur by then flowers have sweet odor, sweet nectar. Then pollen grains are covered with yellow sticky substance which is called as a pollen kit. That is called as a pollen kit. Such a pollen kit is most important. We are going to study later on. Then special type of mechanism present in the entomophilous flower in case of salvia. Salvia flower or salvia plant shows special type of mechanism that is called as a liver mechanism, or it is also called as a turnpike mechanism. It is also called as a turnpike mechanism. That is, insect pollinated plant, all insect pollinated plant not show such a mechanism. That is, liver mechanism or turnpike mechanism show special type of mechanism that is called as a turnpike mechanism. Then in case of entomophilous flower, the stigma is very sticky. Why sticky? Because spiny pollen grain easily dust on the stigma and stigma is sticky. Therefore, these are the another population. Then let's see the diagram of salvia flower. Salvia is a bisexual flower and they are protandrous flower. Why it is called as a protandrous? They are called as a protandrous flower. What is protandrous condition? Androecium, pro means primitive or primary. Protrans flower means androecium is earlier mature than gynoecium. म्हणजे androecium मॅच्युअर होतं, gynoecium म्हणजे स्टिग्मा मॅच्युअर होत नाही. अशा वेळेला या फुलांमध्ये सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन घडून येत नाही. इट लीड्स टू क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन. विच आर द इन्सेक्ट विच आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर एंटरोफिली? दीज आर द बीज, जिला आपण मधमाशा म्हणतो, देन बिटल्स, देन मॉथ्स, फ्लाईज. In case of salvia, pollination takes place with the help of bees. मधमाशांमार्फत हे पॉलिनेशन होतं. The flower is bilobed or bilipped, bilobed or bilipped. Yeah, bilobed or flower is bilobed. Flower बघूया आपण कसं आहे ते. Flower is like this. Flower show bilipped condition, that is two leaves of flowers are present. That is two leaves of flower are present. They contain bisexual flower which contain the stigma as well as, that is, these are the stigma, but such a stigma is not mature. And specific characteristics of such a plant is, सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं characteristic बघतोय, that is they show bifurcated connective. They show bifurcated connective. What is bifurcated connective? This is the connective. Such a connective, bifurcated connective means this is a connective. Diagram kadu. This is the immature stigma. Bifurcated connective means upper branch of the connective is called as a fertile anther lobe and lower branch of the connective is called as a sterile anther lobe. Lower one is called as a sterile anther lobe. When insect is land on lower leaf of the corolla. This is the lower leaf of the corolla. When insect land on the lower leaf of the corolla, suppose this is the insect. When insect, this is insect म्हणूया आपण याला. When insect land on the lower leaf sterile anther lobe, म्हणजे insect that is bees, म्हणजे मधमाशी येणार आहे आणि कुठे ती लँड होणार आहे sterile anther lobe. At the same time the insect push the sterile anther lobe and fertile anther lobe is bent down. Fertile anther lobe is bent down. It is fertile. Why it is called as a fertile anther lobe? Because they produce the pollen grains. Therefore, fertile anther lobe is bent down. Such a fertile anther lobe is attached to the backside of the insect body and pollen grain is rested on the backside of the insect body. Such an insect visits to another flower having matured gynoecium and it leads to cross pollination. Such a mechanism is called as a lever mechanism in salvia or turnpike mechanism in salvia. तर हे आपल्या पुस्तकामध्ये डायग्राम कुठे दिलेली नाही, पण आपल्याला अभ्यासासाठी हे व्यवस्थित बघायचे आहे. इट लीड्स टू क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन. Second type of biotic pollination is, or biotic pollination type is, that is called as a ornithophily. What is ornithophily? Ornithophily means pollination takes place with the help of bird. That is, bird pollination is called as a ornithophily. Bird pollination is called as a ornithophily. The bird pollinated flowers are, or ornithophilous plants are, for example, callistemon. These are the callistemon, that is त्याला bottle brush म्हणलं जातं. First one is callistemon, second one is called as a buttia, third one is called as a bombax. Bombax means silk cotton. These are the plants which show bird pollination. Which birds is responsible for ornithophily? First one is a sunbird and second one is a hummingbird. Why such a birds are only takes place ornithophily? The important characteristics of ornithophilous birds or bird pollinated birds are, the body of bird is very small and beak is very long. These are the specific characteristics of the insect which take part in the ornithophily type of pollination. What are the adaptations which are present? What are the adaptations which are present in the ornithophilous flowers? तेही आपण बघणार आहे. Then first one is a flower is large, for suitable for land of bird. Flower is very large, conspicuous. Flower is funnel shaped. Flower is funnel shaped. Why? Because beak of the insect easily inserted inside the flower for determination of nectar. Flower secrete nectar Flowers secrete nectar and they are brightly colored. But they lack the fragrance. Why flower lack the fragrance? हा प्रश्न आपल्याला नेहमी विचारला जातो. Why flowers are lack the fragrance? Because bird have poor sense of smell, therefore lack the fragrance. Third one is stigma is also sticky. Pollen grains are produced large amount. Stigma is sticky. These are the basic characteristics of ornithophilous plant. The stigma is very sticky. Why? Because such a stigma, pollination takes place with the help of ornithophilous plant. They are without fragrance and poor sense of scent, and dilute nectars are present. Let's study about the third type of the pollination. Takes place with the help of bat, that is called as a chiropterophily, or it is called as a bat pollination. Pollination takes place with the help of bat, is called as a bat pollination. What are the adaptation present in the chiropterophilous flower? The chiropterophilous pollination takes place in Anthocephalus, that is कदंब वृक्ष त्याला म्हणलं जातं. Then Adansonia and Kygella or Kygelia. These are the specific plants which carried out the bat pollination. What are the adaptations which are present in the chiropterophilous flower? First one is the flower is very large, they are stout. They are stout in nature, and flowers are nocturnal. What is nocturnal? Such a flowers open during night because the bats are active during the night. Therefore, such a flower active during the night condition. What are the second adaptation of chiropterophily? The flowers emit rotten fruit-like fermenting fruity odor. Due to such a odor, the bats can easily attract towards such a plants, that is called as a chiropterophilous plants. The nectars are huge in amount. Stigma is also sticky. These are the common adaptation of chiropterophily. These are explained in our textbook. But another 3 types, that is biotic agent मध्ये येणारे आहेत, त्या आपल्या टेक्स्टबुक मध्ये आलेले नाहीये, पण एसएसटी साठी आपल्याला त्याचा अभ्यास करायचा आहे. Fourth one is called as malacophily. What is malacophily? That is snail pollination is called as a malacophily. Example of snail pollination is chrysanthemum. Fifth one is called as a myrmecophily. That is, it is a ant pollination. Myrmecophily is called as a ant pollination. And sixth one is called as ophiophily, which is called as a snake pollination. These 3 types is not mentioned in our textbook, but it is important for NCERT syllabus. म्हणून NCERT एज्युकेशन पेपर इथे बघतोय. Malacophily means snail pollination, chrysanthemum plant मध्ये. Myrmecophily means ant pollination, it takes place in the acacia. And ophiophily means snake pollination. They are चापामध्ये pollination. They are present in the sandal plant and michelia. Okay. In next lecture we can study the outbreeding devices, that is contrivances of cross pollination.